Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign, and today there isn't much to go through for the update tomorrow. There's only 3 things on there. I guess they have some more bigger things they're working on for the upcoming weeks, especially since we have a big update in February coming. Apologies if you can hear the dog screaming in the background with the owner screaming and throwing chanclas at them. It's just how the Spanish do. And there's also been an update on those who are looking forward to the wormhole aspect of the game. We'll get into that after we go through the weekly ban notice and the absolutely tiny patch notes for tomorrow. So from the 16th of January and the 22nd of January, there were 23,020 accounts banned. 38.28% of those were abnormal encounter behavior, 16.23% was transaction behavior, 27.45 was anomaly behavior, 18.05 is mining behavior. Now there's still no RMT on these ban notices. I really wish they'd let us know what's happening with that, considering all of the limitations they're putting on us in the game is all to do with RMT, yet they're not showing us any backing of what they're actually doing when it comes to that and how far they are getting in breaking that RMT down. All we've been told is that we have 90% less, which is odd because if they knew all of the RMT, then it would be 100%, so I don't know how they could actually get a percentage out of that, but that's neither here nor there. As a side note, I'm currently playing Return of Reckoning on the PC. That is a free-to-play, free shard server of Warhammer Online. If any of you have a nostalgia itch for any of those old MMORPGs, please join me in the Discord, let me know, and we can all play it together. I really love that game, and it's really bringing back and scratching that MMO itch that I've been having recently. So as I said, join me in the Discord, let me know if you want to come play with us. I'll give you a full explanation of how to get this free server downloaded and into the game, and we can start kicking in some heads. I'm currently playing a warrior priest, but I'm also trying to decide if I want to go warrior priest or if I want to go rune priest. I do enjoy the healing in Warhammer Online, just like I did in Dark Age of Camelot. There is also the free shard server for Dark Age of Camelot called Phoenix, which I'm also playing on in my free time. I just miss the way they used to make MMOs. I'm not such a big fan of the theme parky style MMOs that are coming out today. Right, so anyway, let's get into the new features for the 27th of January, which is tomorrow at 8 AM, and the server will be down for approximately 120 minutes. So the new features: players will no longer be removed automatically from Help Channel after joining a corporation. Help Channel will always be displayed in the chat window, and icons in the space can be turned on or off in settings. Now the first 2 on that list I don't really care about, not a big deal at all, it's just whatever. It does help newer players, especially when they join Corp, so they can still get help from the general player base. I'm not happy that it will always be displayed in the chat window, because you will always get 5 billion notifications whenever you open the chat window. That's just always going to be there. That's going to be annoying as hell. But the icons in the space can be turned on or off is actually a pretty good addition, especially for those that are wanting to hide their locations when making content, or to just get those icons off the screen so it makes an actual battle look nicer. We also managed to get our Sovereign Wolfpack medals from the content creator competition. I think they look pretty nice. They look pretty cool. You can actually see the difference in the chat. It's a nice little red and gold medal next to your name. I was thinking about doing something to get some of these medals to be given away. I'll have to see what the guys think about that, because it is our Corp medals. It's not just something that I've created and I can just give away willy-nilly. I do have to speak to the guys and see if they're okay with that. Right, so let's have a look at the developers weekly Q&A. This is from the 13th to the 19th, and this is where we get to a point where if you are looking forward to Wormholes like I am, you're about to be upset. But the first question is, will there be an Alliance Bank incorporated at some point in the game? This would be very helpful to Alliance structure. So they are currently focusing on adding additional sovereignty mechanics. After that, we may consider the idea of an Alliance Bank. And here's the big question for me, which is also sort of pushing me away from the game a little bit. I'll still be making content, I'll still be playing the game, I'll still be doing PvP, etc. But I've kind of lost the will a little bit, knowing that the wormholes are going to be so far away. So we do have plans for wormholes, though our focus is firstly on development of the entire tech tree. More details to come at a later date. Now, I don't know what they mean specifically for the entire tech tree. Does that mean that they're going to be working on all the ships that are coming in the future, all of the stuff that's going to be in there, if they're going to be sort of making all of the ships first, or does it mean they're just finishing off the SOE ships and the exploration ships, etc.? I don't know. All I know is that this is not something that I wanted to hear. But what can you do? I'm still having fun with the Ashimi right now. I'm having fun with my Executioner Interceptor. So I can go on for a little while longer. The next question they have, will you add custom hauling delivery order options so that people can order their stuff hauled anywhere from anywhere? We plan on improving logistics in general, including enabling players to deliver items to any location. Additional details will be shared later. That's actually quite needed, because only being able to transfer from an ITC to an ITC is a bit of a nightmare when you're especially living at a different side of a region from an ITC. So for instance, if you have an Alliance hauler, that person can then get the order to be paid, get in their ship, fly it out straight to your Corp or Alliance's HQ. That'd be quite a decent addition actually. Next question is, when will freighters and jump freighters be introduced to assist in large material transactions and shipping? Freighters will be added to the game sometime in the second half of the year, and the largest capacity for these types of ships will be around 1 million M3. So what we talked about before when we talked about the roadmap says the freighters will be in the first half of the year. So now it's changed to the second half of the year, or it was the second half of the year at first and they changed it to the first half of the year. Now it's saying the largest capacity for these types of ships will be around 1 million M3. That will be probably the highest that you'll get without the cargo rig expanders. But this also likely means that there will be a lot of freighters that will be specifically for certain parts of the game. So there'll probably be a hauler that just deals with freight. There'll probably be a hauler that just deals with minerals and ore. There'll probably just be a hauler just to deal with stations and that sort of thing. So basically that's all we have for the weekly update on the Tuesday before the maintenance. I would have liked to have seen a couple more things, but I understand because as you know, there's going to be a big update at the beginning of February, which isn't that far away. So they're probably putting a lot of work and crunch time into getting that sorted. It is sad to hear about the wormholes after all, but what can we do? We just have to breeze through it and see how it goes when they finally release when the wormholes might or might not be coming. It just feels like the wormholes themselves are not a high priority, and I understand why they wouldn't be a high priority, but it's also something that it's just me being selfish and something that I personally want in the game, as is exactly what I enjoy doing. It just puts a little dampener on things for me personally. Right, so anyway, that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and sub if you haven't already. This is your one-stop shop for Eve Echo's content. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.